Hi, this video explains the process of creating the run and jump motions that are key to running games. In the running game, the character's jump consists of several stages. It starts from the run motion where the character runs, and jumps to the air with jump motion. At the end of the jump motion, the character will fall down smoothly with air motion. Unlike jump motion, air motion must be created separately as loop animation because the character's fall time is unknown. Some games may have a double jump motion that jumps once more in the air. When a character falls from a high place, it is often the case that the character has a land motion. After all this, the character will return to the run stage. This tutorial series introduces you to the most important run, jump, and air motions. The first is to create a run motion. Create a new animation clip and rename it to Run. Set the mesh group and register transform by animation as a timeline. Turn on the loop setting and change the animation length and FPS. Prior to making the motion, the key pose the character runs through is shown in this picture. Although it may be different for each animator to separate the posture slightly, I set up and create 3 intermediate postures. 3, 6, and 9 frames, and after 12 frame, reverse the left and right to create a posture. We will create a total of 24 frame of animation. First, create a basic posture. Edit the position and angle of the pelvis bone first. Then, modify the body and head bones posture. Make the arms swing back and forth. Make the left leg come forward as the character has her right arm forward. At this point, the right leg is lifted from the ground. Now create a second basic posture in the 12 frame, the opposite of which is right and left. Copy keyframes and reverse the posture of both arms and legs. This is where the key pose of the run is completed. When you play the animation, you can see how it looks like running. I tried to maximize and play the screen by pressing Alt+W key. Now, let's create a more realistic running motion by creating a middle posture. First, create intermediate postures for the pelvis bone. The position of the body should be determined first to make a motion. After setting the body position, copy the keyframes to the frame corresponding to the opposite posture. Unlike the motion of the legs, the movement of the body seems to be able to simplify the middle posture. I deleted each keyframe on the left and right submotion and created only 2 keyframes in the middle. Now let's create the 3 intermediate postures described above in 3, 6, and 9 frames, respectively. I made all the movements of the legs. Let's test it again to see if there are any strange things. Let's improve the quality of running motion. When the character runs, not only the arms and legs move, but also the body and head shake a little. Let's make the movements of the body and head. Let's improve on the animation while playing it. Now is the time to make the scarf wiggle. Let's make the movement of the scarf by the inertia considering the speed of the character running. The key pose of the body and deliberately making a slight time difference will create interesting results. Now, spread the keyframes of the scarf's bones. The outer positions of the bones place the keyframes behind. It's a good idea to randomly distribute the keyframes so that they are not too synchronized. Now the running motion is complete. Let's select the root unit and test the animation. Let's add a physical effect before creating a jump motion. Select the mesh group and add the physics modifier. Give physical material to hair and scarf and add weights. With weighting tools, you can complete tasks quickly. Now let's create a jump motion. Add an animation clip and set the length of the animation. Jump motion is not a loop animation. This is the animation that follows in the run motion, so you need to copy the posture. Select the run animation and move the time slider to the running default position, then press the pose export button to save the posture for all the bones. Return to the jump animation and use the pose import function to recall the saved position. Jump motion starts with ready, followed by jumping from the ground and falling down. I've divided it into 5 levels, but it's usually enough to make the prepare jump fall steps. Let's make the animation in order as planned. You can create each key pose in order and create an intermediate posture if necessary. If you express the natural change of posture in the air, the animation is better. If all of the basic postures are created, you can distribute keyframes to make it better. If you adjust the animation curves, you can make the animation much higher quality. If you have completed the basic animation by distributing the keyframes, create the movement of the scarf. This time, the direction in which the scarf shakes is important. At the beginning of the jump animation, the character moves up, and at the end of the animation, the character begins to fall. Therefore, the direction of the scarf must be flapping from below to flapping from above. Create the animation with this in mind. Jump animation is completed. Now the next step is to create an air motion in which the character drops from the air. Since air motion is followed by jump motion, copy and paste posture. Use the pose export function to copy the posture of the last frame of the jump. Create keyframes and import postures. Air animation is loop animation. You can make each part of your body move little. Finally, create the movement of the scarf. Air motion is now created. The undescribed motions will be enough for you to be created through this tutorial. In the next tutorial, let's create a game by writing scripts. Thank you.